All right, so last night I'm sitting on the sofa playing with my phone, and my wife says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I am shopping on Whatnot," which, by the way, is my sponsor today. And she sat down right next to me and says, "I want to shop too." And so we kind of did it together. Whatnot is live shopping, and it's a bunch of fun. Whatnot is not just buying, by the way. It's selling too, where sellers really shine and find their people. And the chat is fun too. We found that out together. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Sellers are building real, thriving businesses. And I have to tell you, I was buying, but at the same time, I'm thinking, I want to be selling. It looked like a lot of fun. Plus, there's money. Anyone can sell, by the way, whether your business is big or small or yet to exist. You can make some real money. As a seller, here's what you do. You just go live. You show off your products in real time, and you make real money in real time from buyers because they get to know you. They get to like you. They get to trust you. And you know, across Whatnot, the number of sellers earning over $1 million a year has doubled. I think we were shopping probably and chatting for about an hour, which I hear is the average on Whatnot. Honestly, I think there's also a good chance you have never experienced anything like Whatnot, and you should. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away.
Running a small business means I wear lots of hats. When I put on my hiring hat, I can count on LinkedIn Hiring Pro to make it easy. LinkedIn Hiring Pro helps manage my hiring workflow, puts my job post in front of a unique network of professionals, and matches me with the best candidates for my business. I can also share my job with my network. No other job site lets me do that. No wonder most small businesses say they'd use LinkedIn Hiring Pro again. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free on LinkedIn today at linkedin.com/quality.
This is the Daily Boost Podcast with Scott Smith.
What's happening? Come on in here. Good to have you here today. Thanks for stopping by. What is today? It's Thursday already? Who cares? It's a podcast. It's on demand. So I skipped vacation this year. It doesn't matter. I get another one. I just skipped the official vacation you all take. I just skip it. I talked a little bit about it, but I'm going to talk more about that today. As we roll through this week, give you some great ideas about things you could do to impact your life. Listen, if you listen to me, here's the thing. I know there's a lot going on, but I want you to live the lifestyle you want to live, not mine. If I could give you the lifestyle that you want, it would be control your schedule, control your income. For the most part, not all the time. I mean, sometimes I have to do things I don't want to do, but for the most part, I can just decide what I want to do and I can go get it done. I want you to have that as well. So everything I'm talking about this week and pretty much for my entire life is about that, and I hope you get there, okay? Let's talk about this vacation I skipped. I mentioned back in July that I started writing a book, and I'm still writing it. I've got a lot to do on it still here, kind of working through it. It took me a lot of time, a lot of years to get here. And I finally decided the vehicle. I figured out how I wanted to kind of position the book. I figured out what the stories were going to be and how I wanted to build this thing. And I said, I got to get it done now. And so that's what I did. I canceled everything. I told everybody that I was going out of town. It wasn't a lie because I'd planned to go out of town. I planned to go visit my mom, but it was over the 4th of July holiday, and y'all on vacation, everybody gets very busy. They all start to disappear. The email goes quiet. I don't get any calls from clients, not only because they don't want to bother me, but because they're doing their own thing, right? And I simply said, I'm going to stay home and write a book. I told my wife, I said, let's have some fun. You know, maybe we'll go do a staycation, go down to Disney or something while I'm staying home since I live here in Daytona Beach. Didn't do it. I just got to work. That's it. Best vacation I ever took. Let me rephrase that. Best vacation I never took. So the plan was pretty simple. The plan was clear the runway completely and see what shows up when nothing is scheduled to show up. So let me explain that to you, because my clients that I work with all the time, a lot of people want to clear the clutter out of their life. And I'm a big guy to tell you subtract things in your life, just get rid of stuff and make it simpler. But a lot of people that I work with like their stuff. I got all kinds of stuff around here that I like. I don't want to clear my clutter, but like my desk, I'm building a camera for this. It's a cool rig to take out to Death Valley to do some shooting with. And my desk is cluttered with all kinds of camera stuff. I don't want to get rid of it. I like it. But I do have to push it aside so I can do a podcast. That's kind of it, right? Kind of clear some space. So that was my plan, just clear some space. I told everybody I was going to be gone already. I didn't tell them I wasn't going. Oh, I'm going to stay in town. Let's talk anyway. I just did what I did. And then I showed up. Now, what happened was I got out of bed that morning and I didn't know what I was going to write. I had just decided I was going to make space to do it. I got out of bed that morning and I head out the door to walk my dogs, and I have an idea pop into my head. So I click record on my watch. I use Just Press Record app on my watch. I start talking and it starts gathering information. Kept doing it. It kept, whatever I said, it just recorded, right? And then I left it going. It kept running. I went to the gym. I talked to a couple of people. I spent 2 hours and 8 minutes of total recording time. And every single thing I'd said was recorded. Now, fortunately, I had some really good conversations because I was thinking about writing a book. It was really cool stuff. And these guys were pushing back on stories and giving me ideas and everything else. It was just fantastic. I was defending every moment of it. Didn't even know I was recording it. I came home. I went, oops, look, it's still recording. And including me talking to myself on the way home, trying to get stuff for the book. So I took it out of that, it gave me a transcription. I ran it through turboscribe.ai and had it format for me with timestamps. So now I had something to really look at. And man, it was cool. I sat down and started writing. That was the base of everything. The entire basis for the outline of the book came in about a 2 hour and 8 minute recording. 7 days later, I nearly had the entire book finished, about 30,000 words. I didn't get smarter in the week. I didn't get more efficient in the week, but I finally got quiet enough to hear what was already inside of me. I've been thinking about it for a while. I decided to do it. I came upon the idea for the vehicle. I'm not going to tell you what that is now. Once I got the idea, I just needed space. And I was in a panic because I knew it was going to get busy afterwards. I knew I'd be traveling some. I knew very likely I would not get another 7-day stint for me to be able to sit down and just do this. One lesson I learned from this was that in the future, I'll probably schedule a week or two at a time out of town in a mountain cabin someplace, just writing. Because I saw what happened. The lesson, your best work it is not hiding from you. It frankly is waiting behind your calendar. That wonderful Google Calendar you use all the time. All the stuff you want to do. The little side hustle you want to build, that business, the investment you want to make, working on your relationship, getting to know your kids better, all that stuff. It's literally hiding behind your calendar. And if we really want to get real with this, your calendar usually represents people. It's appointments. That's what it should represent. Not a to-do list. If everything you want to do is hiding behind the calendar, what is it actually hiding behind? It's hiding behind your boss. Hiding behind your clients. It's all the stuff you have to do that is not allowing you to get to do what you want to do. I teach this all the time, but I had that big lesson myself. So you know what the big thing here that really, really turned me around on this when I got done with this? Nobody missed me. Nobody missed me. And yeah, they shouldn't, because I was a responsible guy. I arranged that I would be gone. And I was also responsible. I didn't post anything anywhere. For all intents, I was just gone. All those obligations we protect like they're like they're holding up the roof of our house, right? But still, the world kept spinning around me. It just kept on going. And what was I doing? I was sitting here writing. I made the space for it. I skipped the vacation. And I pushed myself forward. So now I'm pushing forward to the final version 1. I figured it would take me 6 or 8 weeks to do it. My goal was to actually have it done by the time my friend Croy started at the Death Valley run or finished his world record. I thought, wouldn't that be cool if I could write a book and have it done at the same time he set the record? It's cool in my brain. I don't know if it makes any sense at all. But what happens is life gets in the way, and I didn't get it. I got busy because I said I would go help him with his thing. There we go. I said, hey, man, I'll come help you with your run and do the video for you. And it tosses me off from everything else I'm doing. And I knew it would. I knew it's a distraction, but I feel really obligated to go do this. I feel happy to volunteer to go out and help him set the world record. I want to do it. I need to be there. And yeah, it tosses everything off for a little bit. I got some airplane time. I can edit on the airplane, okay? So what do we want to do here if you're in this position? I get this is not a self-help thing. This is not a, hey, man, tell me how to fix this, how to fix that. But I'm guessing I'm talking to a lot of people right now who are in the same spot as I was that day, and I live and breathe in that spot all the time. So if I'm breaking through and telling you, it's because I broke through. I'm not going to lie to you. What you need is a dense day of discovery, like I have. You need one wide open day. Clear the deck, one wide open day, like I did. I actually sat down. I didn't even plan it. I cleared the deck, and then my brain said, okay, good. I got some space. Let me talk. Let me move your mouth and get this recorded now fast while it's still here. And then all I did was come in and transcribe it and sit down in front of the computer and figure it out. And I fought with it for about 6 hours. That's about all the time I have for deep work. I can do about 6 hours work of straight nonstop work, really, really deep. Not sure writing a book is deep work. There's a lot of crafting in that. But anyway, about 6 hours later, I had kind of a workable outline. Not a big fan of doing an outline first. Sometimes the outline, I know all the writer coaches will say, do your outline, then just write your book. I've just found that sometimes you just sit down and kind of toss some things on the table, start working it, and the outline kind of shows up. It's like the title of your book also shows up along the way. I've got a title for it. It showed up about halfway through the book. No, I won't tell it to you, but you've heard me say it before. One day, one wide open day, it can produce more in that day than months and months of work. Creativity fits in cracks. I believe in that you can build up to that one day just by gathering notes and keeping stuff, which is what I had done. I kept all kinds of ideas, and eventually they just kind of dumped out of me, but it took one day to put it down on paper. So I'm out of town right now, and you're hearing this. I'm practicing what I preach. Yep, I am. I'm going to disappear a little bit, have some thinking time, probably be sitting in the middle of the desert. Imagine me sitting in the middle of the desert at 115 degrees with my Starlink and with my Wi-Fi connection and with my computer and my Scrivener editing my book. And nobody to bug me because they really can't get a hold of me. What are you waiting for, guys? Can't skip my vacation. Can't do that. You know what? I don't care how tired you are. I don't care how much you need a vacation. You skip a vacation for something you really want in your life, you'll have more energy than you ever thought was even possible. Well, all right. Let me get out of here tomorrow. Swagger.